Hello, my paper peeps. Today, I want to share with you my fail-proof method for creating beautiful scrapbook layouts in your junk journals and your scrapbooks. Today, I'm actually working in my Land and Sea junk journal here, or scrapbook, and I'm going to be showing you how I create a layout page on these pages here. Choosing the layout is dependent upon two things. Number one, the type of paper you're going to be placing the layout on and what you're using. If it's plain cardstock like this, then you'll want to consider how much mixed media you'll be using on it. When I craft on cardstock and not mixed media paper, I usually stick to this format. The first thing I usually do is I look at the paper and I'm like, okay, this is actually a card. Okay, so it's a heavier cardstock. It's not so heavy that you can layer and layer and layer different types of mixed media on it, because what'll happen is it'll end up bowing on you. So whenever I'm actually doing any scrapbooking or mixed media in my junk journals, I don't trust myself enough to actually do it right on the page. And because this is actually permanent, this is not going anywhere. This is actually part of the book now, and you know, whatever I do on here is pretty much going to stay. So with that being said, I actually will craft outside of this page. So if I screw up and I don't like what I did, then I can always redo it. So what I'll do is I'll just take a card and I'm going to cut it down so that it's 1/8 of an inch smaller than this card here. But I might almost use a lighter color. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll go with like a brighter yellow. And you've got this really nice kind of matted effect here, which I think I might do. Let's try that. Let's not go with this color, but go with this brighter yellow here. Now, anything I use in this video, I'm going to put a link to all those products in the description box below. So if you want to join me in this journey, you can. And I'm just going to cut this down, I don't know, let's see, 1/8 of an inch. Actually, it'll be more like a 1/16 of an inch on either side, on all sides, so that it just kind of fits nicely. I like to layer my papers, again, giving a little bit more heftiness and bulk, just so that it can carry and hold some of the mixed media I'm going to be putting in there. And I'm just going to grab some loose ends from my paper line here, the Land and Sea paper line. I'll just use this one here. I have some of this distress ink in weathered wood. Let's turn this around because we're not going to use that. It's a bit too blue for me, I think. Yeah, I didn't like the weathered wood on there. Kind of want to bring out more of the gray that's on the lines there. When I choose a distress ink, I'm usually looking for something that complements the paper line, and in this case, either, you know, the weathered wood here, or, you know, the hickory smoke, because of obviously the weathered wood because of the blue in there, or the distress or the hickory smoke because of the gray lines in there. Either one, it really depends. It's up to you. I found this this beautiful stamp here by Paper Artsy, and I love, you know, that coral with the text in the back. I thought, oh, that's beautiful. I have to have that one. So we'll use that.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
And I'll just stamp that wherever I feel will be kind of showing through. You know, no rhyme or reason to it. Let's do some stamping with this, but before we do that, I want some more text in here, so I'll just take some of this text stamp. And now, will you see any of this? You might not, because there's a lot of layering going on. So, but you will see some of it. Barely see that one on here. And unfortunately, this doesn't do it justice. The camera, I bet you can't really see it because it's not shining, but there is a bit of a shimmer there. Maybe you can see it at this angle. Probably not. The camera does not do it justice. Anyways, there is a bit of a shimmer and you can't really see it. So, but it is beautiful. And once I've done my stamping, that's when I go ahead and I stencil. Like I said, I'm not using mixed media paper, so I have to be mindful about how much mixed media I place on there. And so I will typically just stick to one mixed media element. And you know what? I am all about the stencil butters right now because you're not mixing anything together. So if you are new to scrapbooking using mixed media, then stencil butters are the way to go. So, but before that, I'm going to place another layer of paper because remember, we like to layer paper. Let's see here. What should I layer? I'm going to take one of these, but a larger version of this. I printed these smaller ones out for cards that I'm making, but I actually have some larger ones that I've cut out, and I'll place that on there.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights.
Now what I do is let's place this on there with some glue stick. My kid's glue stick. Half the time I'm just grabbing whatever, like seriously, if it's just to throw a piece of paper on there, I'm like, whoever's glue stick will work, that's good. Because usually they have my stuff and I'm just like, I don't have time to go look for it. We'll just use this. This is good enough. And then, like I said, what I do is I place my one element of mixed media, and that is a stencil butter. Like I said, you don't have to mess around with anything, no mixing, and you just grab your stencil. I have this beautiful coral stencil that I want to just really just place on there. What I typically would do is start corner embellishing. So concentrate all my efforts into one corner to add interest to this area. But in this case, because there is a lot that's going to be going on down there, I'm going to just grab my stencil and just extend it, kind of incorporate most of the paper because I really want that stencil butter to shine through. So my fear is that I'm going to embellish so much that you won't see the stencil butter. And then it'll be like, no, what have I done? It's too much. So to prevent that from happening, you can do one of two things. Either don't embellish as much, which I can't help. I have room in this junk journal to embellish a little bit more. So, yeah, so it's either you cut back on the embellishing, or like I did here, is just extend the stencil beyond that corner. There we go. Did I tell you that every time I go to do a layout, my test layout always looks better than the actual the actual one I'm actually recording for? You can see how beautiful, detailed these lines are on my test paper. So yeah, it happens to me all the time. But that stencil butter, if your stencil is placed down tightly to the paper, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Anyways. The next thing you want to do is after you've stenciled, after you've added your one mixed media element, that's when you start layering other elements. And I love the 3D effect. And so once this dries, we'll move that off to the side. We'll just actually work on this one here because that's dry. Once that's dry, then I like to take, really interesting pieces of paper like this one here, like this little fishnet, and we're just going to place that down.
Won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know.
Always have to add elements of recycled products in there. And so I'm just going to take this corrugated cardboard from one of my orders, and I'm just going to tear that up. Ugh. Just tear a good corner of it off. And then that's it right there. And you can actually ink that if you want, like just to bring the corrugation out a little bit more. But you know what? I'm trying to, I'm always looking at how it kind of blends in with the rest of the paper. And in this case, I'm not going to. I'm just going to leave it just as is because I like the way that looks, just like that. And so what I'll do is, let's just pull this off to the side so we can just work freely on here. Just glue this onto here. Then I'll continue layering with other elements. Oh, like I love, what do I have here? This is all the ephemera from the paper line. I like to actually cut them all up. That's my jam. I cut it all up so it's ready to go. We should put one of those in there. More of the cut up ephemera in here. You're probably wondering why I have it in this pouch. Well, when I go to my kids' hockey game, I get so worked up. I get so worked up that sometimes I need to kind of detach myself from the game because I'm that mom, and I just start cutting my scrapbooking elements. And people laugh at me all the time. They're always like, "Oh my gosh, there she is." I'm like, yeah, it's the best way to calm myself down and kind of not get so worked up over the hockey game. So there we go. There's a reason why I did not put this on here, and I'll show you why. But let's place these down first, and I'm actually going to punch a hole in this here. This one's kind of big. Actually, let's get the bigger hole in there.
If I will ever figure out where the road goes, even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down.
And then once you've got all that ephemera in there, I'm just going to take, I have some rope here. You can use that, or if you don't have that, again, looking for things that you have around the house that you can repurpose is always a great option. And let's see here, I have this Aritzia. You see that? There's that rope there. You can use that. I'm just going to see what's long enough here. And you can actually pull that apart if you want. Because as you can see here, there's actually like rope tied around there, so you can kind of replay that, keeping that like that, and then just snake that through like this. And then just have it kind of hang just like that, just on top like that, which is just, I'll do that actually. I'm just going to pull it up a little bit further here. Place a little bit of double-sided adhesive here to hold that down. It'll also be the adhesive that will kind of tie it down to the page. Now, if you're wondering why didn't she finish off on the other page? My mom's in the hospital, so I have to actually go and relieve my brother from, he's been there all morning, and so it is my time to go and watch and get her through her rehabilitation process. So she's had some surgery done, so that's why I am, I couldn't wait for the paint to dry, if you know what I mean. I couldn't wait for the paint to dry, so here I am having to do this really on the fly. And isn't that fun when you can actually, create something, in like half an hour and just go, you know what, this is how I'm gonna roll today. It's just getting a little bit of kind of soul crafting in to nurture the soul, especially if you've had a busy week, taking care of kids, grandparents, you know how it is. Sometimes you just need that time for yourself. So I'm just gonna put that down, place a bit of double-sided adhesive on there. There we go. After you've added all those 3D elements, then you just follow it up with a quote. Here's your focal point here. Ooh, I actually had another one here, and I'm actually going to finish these off too because there's something else I want to add to that too. But let's put this in there too. Can you overlayer? You know what? Your creativity is your creativity. If you think you need more ephemera, then you go right ahead. And you do you. There's nothing wrong with that. So I just added that in there. Why not? I could probably add more if I wanted to. The heart of a man is very much like the sea. It has its storms, it has its tides, and in its depths, it has its pearls too. Like, isn't that beautiful? I'll just put that one down. Here, the coral is actually being covered up. That's not what I wanted to do. So this ideally was supposed to be right here, this quote here, but it covers up that beautiful mixed media. And so I just felt like I couldn't do it. And that's why I wanted to do it, you know, extend this one beyond that, that page. And I will show you at the end of this video what this looks like, you know, with this on there. So instead of that, instead of quote like this, you know, add a charm or add something with like this one here. It says love on it. So easy, so simple, right? I'm a charm girl. I love whenever I come across, you know, a bunch of charms. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to have that. And so, you know, just pulling one of these off. Let's see here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Christine, and I love to create scrapbooks, junk journals, as a way to catalog my thoughts and memories. If you're interested in more scrapbooking and junk journaling tips and tricks, then you'll probably want to watch some of these videos that I'll place at the end of this video. And it just shows you kind of how to pull it all together. Now you can hang this just like that, you know, or off of that. Again, just having some kind of text in there. So take some, the Ultrabond I like is great for adhering, you know, metal and stuff. Place a little bit on there. You know what, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I was looking and I'm like, no, I kind of like it just like that. I think that looks great, just like that. So, and then the finishing touches is, again, just a little bit of, you can either do, you know, paint splashes. In this case, I'm just going to use a bit of winks of Stella here. Actually, no, sorry, I'm going to use this new from scrapbook.com, the Frosty Blue. And this is, it's got a nice little shimmer to it. And just add it. And you can just add highlights, or if you want, you can color the whole thing to add that shimmer. But I like this stuff. It's pretty much the same as like the winks of Stella. This one I'm just using like a silver winks of Stella in there. I just find that everything in the sea glistens. So why not have it glisten off of, you know, your paper here. So this is what the final product looks like. Now that I'm home from the hospital, Mom is in good spirits, everything is good, she's healthy. This is the final product. So if you're interested in more of these techniques, then you'll probably want to watch this video here or here. Until I see you in those videos, take care and have a fantastic week. Bye.